Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate from Morphs and Milestones, and we are here with another rescue that we got in. This animal was surrendered, of course, to Morphs and Milestones for Autumn's Adoption Corner. You're going to get to see this girl. We took a quick look at her just to check her to see if she had any mites, but I'm going to show you basically what an intake process looks like. So to do any intake process on a snake, I'm going to utilize two tubs. One tub is the transport tub that the animal came into. We actually switch them from whatever they get transported into our transport tub that we like to use, and then she's going to go in a secondary tub, which, as you can see, if you look at the sides, there's a level of humidity. It's got warm, anywhere from 85 to 90 degree water, and we're going to use that to soak her. The very first thing we do at Morphs and Milestones is we check the animal and give it a quick once over. You'll notice inside this tub, she is in a pillowcase with a slip knot, kind of like, not the band, just a pillowcase. It's a snake bag. And you notice we'll have a little media in the bottom. We often use virgin aspen, and the reason why we use that is it's a little bit cushy, so it'll absorb some of the impacts and makes it more of a stable ride. Guys, the idea when you're moving a snake in a snake bag is simply just to take down sensory so everything's not as crazy. Sorry if I'm going fast, but I want some of you guys to see all the way to the end. So you're going to take the bag, you're going to open it up. If you notice I pulled it, you always use a slip knot. You always twist it first too. There's a lot of trains of thought, but if you twist and do the slip knot, that knot, if it's taut, will hold it so it's twisted inside. So that way, there's a loop there. So the snake can't come up through that actual loop. Little pro tip. Learned that at the zoo. So we're going to look inside again. We use a pillowcase for transporting for snake bags because it just ended up being a very affordable option for us. And we've got a big old supposedly female here, which is fantastic. She has got a little bit of a light color to her, which is really cool. So a little bit of almost a lesser look to her. And lesser is similar to butter, guys, if you're familiar with that. So what we have here is a ball python. This is a female ball python. Now you can notice by looking at her, we have a poor shed in process. We can see part of the area where the shed has already come off and some of the area where the shed has not come off yet. So we're going to give her a quick once over. We're going to take a look at her. I might utilize things. A lot of times I utilize volunteers, or I'll utilize my second person if they're with me. I'm going to look at the animal all over. I'm looking for abrasions. I'm feeling the tautness in the skin, which will give me clues on actual hydration and where that lies. I'm going to take it, flip the snake all the way over. I'm looking at ventral scales, seeing how she's doing, checking her out and all. I'm going to take her. I'm going to look at her. We're going to soak pretty quick. Just taking a really good once over look at her. And hopefully we'll be able to get that eye cap off, which is, both eye caps are stuck. So we'll get into that, guys. So we got this. We're going to double check our water before we introduce our animal into it. You're right, Mom. We're going to go ahead and put some betadine solution in it. The only purpose of betadine is antibacterial, antifungal, anti-yeast. And apparently mites don't love it either, but I see no signs of mites at this time. We're going to make like a light tea type color. So just go ahead. I mean, it's very stressful moving these animals. You're okay, Mom. You're doing okay. You're such a sweet girl.
She really is sweet.
Yeah, she really is a nice girl. She's a nice, sweet girl. We're going to get you in something a little warm. Let you feel it. I know, Mama. Is it weird? Guys, we're not going to worry or fright when she pops out. We're going to take our time. We're going to be calm. We're going to push her back in. I like using these easy tubs, guys, because they have latches all over them, and it makes it really easy to secure. And go ahead and soak your animal. So we'll be back in just a moment or two after a soak. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that little movie magic there. There's a few little splits in this video. And now we're going to take her out. We're going to take a look at her real quick. See how she did with her shed. Again, it had water and betadine in it, about 85 degrees. And just a quick note that I didn't mention before, we did allow her to actually warm up to the environment inside before we just put her in the warm water. So really important stuff. You guys can get a peek inside there, and you can see her inside there. And actually already some of that shed has come loose and come off. And we're just going to do a final once over before we put her in her quarantine home, which is going to be set up very simple. She's going to be on paper for the first few days just so we can monitor any behaviors or see anything that's going on. There she is. And you can already see it starting to come off her head a little bit right there. And she is a pretty, pretty girl. Give her a minute. And you can see, I'm not trying to rub too hard, but the eye cap is starting to lift. So we should be able to get that off. We'll give her a chance to take it off herself. But after that, we've actually got some of the shed has come off already, and she's looking a lot better. Guys, thank you so much for watching our intake on animals. We're gonna get her all set up in her quarantine setup. We'll do another quarantine video very soon. Keep life emotional and exciting. And what should we call this new girl?